Okay, hello everyone and welcome to this video where we will show you how our L1 and L2 courses in sport management will help us later in our future profession. So to organize events, to manage people or to work in sport companies. Okay, so first of all we are going to start with a small presentation of each of our future projects for our profession. So let's start.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Owen Pin and personally I chose the sport management in STAPS because I want to organize a lot of sports events in future. Indeed, I've always liked the idea of working in the world of sports, and I like organize events and a lot of things. For example, I would like to work in a sports structure like a stadium or like a club, and I could organize meeting and events related in the club. Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay, so my name is Enzo Lacoste and personally I choose the sport management branch because I want to orient myself towards a job in this environment. So I still hesitate between a job in sport business or in sport events. So that's why I choose the sport management courses, and I think these courses will surely be useful to me in the future. So by being in this sector, it confirmed my choice of profession because that's what I like to do, and this is the kind of profession I want to do later. So that's why after my staff's license, I would like to go to a business school to be able to really specialize in this environment. Okay, so to start to tell you about our courses, we will begin with the L1 courses, and let's start with this.
Okay, first of all, we had the opportunity to practice many sports in L1 STAPS, which allowed us to discover new things for some. It also allowed to become versatile, but also to acquire knowledge in each sport, which can help us for the organization of sporting events. And you?
Okay, so now we will talk to you about the other subjects in the L1 courses. So there are all the scientific subjects such as biomechanics or anatomy, and these subjects which for the most part will allow us to acquire a working method, but also force us to be involved in our work through the semester due to the difficulties they can bring. So in addition, there is psychology, which is a subject that will help us for the relationship we will have with our customers, and it will also allow us to know which people to target during our events. So this subject can go with the psychology because the latter can allow us to identify the profile of our customers, but also of our working mates as to the motivation in relation to the project we made.
Okay, and finally, there is also the numerous group work carried out throughout the year, which will allow us to know how to work as team. This aspect is very important for the future creation of projects and events in the world of sports.
Okay, so now we are going to move to the part on the L2 courses, and as you can imagine, it is especially the L2 courses that will help us the most for this kind of project because we have specialized in sport management sector. So let's start with this.
Okay, first of all, we are going to tell you about marketing and communication subject. This subject allows us to learn how to get people talking about our project. That is to say, with the creation of poster or advertising, but also what type of poster we have to make according to the organized event. There is also the social media aspect to get people talking about our event.
Okay, so then there is public management and land use planning. So this subject allows us to know where to hold the event, but also who to contact for subsidies, for example. And to summarize, this helps us to get the important contact to organize our event. So then there is risk and environmental management. So to keep the safety aspect on our event, it's important. Know how to organize and manage events on site and appoint officials oversee and ensure safety. So in L2 we have a lot of animation materials that will allow us to know how to supervise a group and how to be comfortable in front of an audience. So that's why the subject animation of an APSA and practice of intervention and our internship will allow us to obtain our professional card, and we will then be able to animate certain activities on our events. We will also be capable to animate a group, for example, in clubs or something like this.
Okay, some APSA, such as hiking, golf, or climbing, require us to create folders. This will be useful to us later for your job in management of sports.
Okay, so now that we are finished with the presentation of our courses, we will illustrate this with an example of the creation of an event. Okay, so to start, our event will be a college volleyball championship.
Okay, we will then start by looking for a place for our competition. We will need authorization to be able to have a gymnasium or stadium, and this be able to organize the event. Once the place is found, we will look for a sponsor and communities to finance our competition. All these aspects will come from the subject public management and land use planning.
Okay, so then we will have to organize the security on site and assess the risk present during the event. So we will do this thanks to the subjects risk and environmental management. So after that, we will therefore make the communication of our event to make people talk about it, but also to send invitation to the teams. So we will also make a poster of the event, and the subject that will help us for all of this is marketing and communication.
There is also the relational and sociological aspect, which will be important both during the creation of the event and also during the event when we will be in contact with the participant and the supervisor. We can therefore see that with the help of our staff course, we are able to organize a sporting event.
Okay, so then we will ask to an L2 sport management student what does he think about the L2 courses.
Hello everybody. For me, I would like to be a sport director of a professional cycling team. It's a job that requires great notion of sport management because you have to manage a team and the sportsmen, but also the people leading to the performance. That's why I choose the sport management course in STAPS for my L2. As my two friends explained you earlier, this course allows me to acquire the quality necessary for my dream jobs. But in parallel for my study, I have another dream, the dream to become a professional cyclist. I'm currently playing in the French national team, the best level in amateur, and I'm in the French national selection. With TAPS, I have the possibility to arrange my schedule in order to success in my double project, the project in school and the project in sport. This is what it makes the beauty of TAPS study for people who are passionate about sport and for people who want to work in sports world. Thanks, and I hope if you like sport you choose TAPS because it's the best study to work in the sport.